kitchen we go as Katani here snaking like Cell.
Absolutely dominate Battalion, as not only are they above in points, but the KD ratio.
Element, they have come to play in the grand finals because Nola Flight, you are already cut off by Mirage. You have one more shot at this hill, but you are cut down by Teskey. Look at the snipes on a prop. He's not just Mirage with that sniper. Maybe we'll get something nice. There it is. Able to clip one. This is going to be 3 in the kill feed there, but there's Mirage.
The Amateur World League 2023 season is presented by Gorilla, the new place to get great. Host tournaments for free, set up scrims, and earn more at gorilla.gg. The 2023 season is also brought to you by NYXP, your new gaming sanctuary. AWL players have access to discounted rates at the NYXP LAN Center in Kingston, New York. AWL stats are presented by LobbyUp. Connect with LobbyUp for esports tournament admining today. Now, it's time to continue with our Major 1 qualifiers.
I'm not going to be able to see anything, Laszlo. It's covered, and it's too small. Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the Amateur World League. My name is Epiphany and I am joined by my guy Salty Season here tonight as we're going to be watching some good matchups. It's going to be Nola Flight, Validity. We've already seen the first on the evening. It's time for the second one. Salty, give me the lowdown on the standings.
Very unfortunate things took place in the last event. We had some technical difficulties in that match as Element did get a win as Imperial did forfeit. But nonetheless, looking at our standings now, we have Nola Flight sitting very, very pretty, Epiphany, at 4-0.
Yeah, Nola Flight looking really, really good in the standings. You can see 4-0 for them, and I mean, this is looking like a match that they're slated to hopefully win if you're a Nola Flight fan, player, whatever it might be. So we'll see how things go here. But Validity, on the other hand, it's been a bit of a struggle. 1-3 right now, sitting at that number 9 spot with 10 AWL points, and that's where things get a little bit more dicey, a little bit more difficult. Talk to me about those guys.
Actually, I want to talk about Nola Flight. Nola Flight on top. Can anybody bring them down is the question. They've been looking so dominant. Will their teamwork prevail is the number one question. Teamwork is indeed key. But moving on to Validity now. Validity Reborn. We have a new roster coming in, taking this roster by storm. They need to win this match if they want to get into winners. And what a match it would be to win against the best team in the league. Validity won a Hydro in the scrim that they played against Nola Flight, so potentially, a little bit of mind games coming in here, Epiphany.
Maybe a little bit of mind games to come in. Indeed, we'll see how things go, but nonetheless, let's take a look at our featured player for the evening. It's going to be Shoxy from that Nola Flight squad. 59 overall with a 63 in the HP, a 76 in the S&D, and maybe a little bit of lack in the control at a 37, but nonetheless, looking like a good guy to take a look at going into tonight.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, I think he's definitely going to be the X Factor, seeing if he can perform in that control. Maybe the stat maybe is a fluke, but mainly, like the pre-show said, teamwork's key, right? You need teamwork to win these games. You can't just rely on gun skill. I mean, the stats don't look good, but stats on everything, you know that saying, Epiphany.
Exactly. I mean, but hey, 76 in S&D, I think that's notable. It makes you expect Nola Flight to win those series and also for them to work together as a team overall in order to be successful in this one. But let's take a look at our maps and modes here. It's going to be Hydro Hardpoint to kick things off. It's interesting because that was a pick that actually came in from the side of Nola Flight despite losing it in scrims. And then we got Hotel, Ella, CeeLo, and well, I think overall, I mean, let's talk about this side of Hydro. I think that's definitely a matchup to pay attention to indeed, as yes. I think that one could go either way. We'll see if Nola Flight's going to come out with the passion in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Hydro is a very, very AR-heavy map. I mean, you got to get your ARs in these power positions if you want to have a chance of winning this map. It's going to be very interesting because you saw the graphic. Validity did take it off Nola Flight, but that was the only map they took off them. But it's going to be interesting to see how they play it now, under the pressure, under the lights. Big match.
Big match, and then, you know, you talk about a CeeLo, Embassy, Fortress to round out the series, and I think overall we've got 5 different maps, and I think this is going to be a fun one. I think when you look at, you know, that Fortress S&D at the end, should we go the distance? That's definitely a mixy way to top things off, put the cherry on top. Embassy, Hardpoint as well, just obviously mixy too, so I think overall this is going to be an interesting series, and we'll see how things go, but Hydro, we are loading in now. Let's get after it.
Get after it indeed. Let's see if you can, you know, have the future player Shoxy just trying to take over in the series. But like I said, map number 1 here on Hydro, the players getting locked and loaded. As I believe it's Nola Flight getting the good side towards those P2 spawns. We're going to start it off with Shoxy as the onside of Nola Flight.
Yeah, I think right now Nola Flight, all about the strong opening on the hard point here to pilot your dominance in the series as we kick things off with Shoxy, as you said, as they move through the water, are ready to swim, jump, and dive. As well, P1 right now looking vacant as it pops, as Prof is able to draw the first blood, able to get back on, as Groovy also works through the water, maybe able to find the first. There it is, and, well, Nola Flight so far right now, nothing much. Not the same for Validity either, though, as Gobla may be able to find a couple key kills to kick this one off, get some time ticking in their favor. An unfortunate team nade comes through, and Validity, they are going to dip their toes in the water of this first point, but Nola Flight looking to hold the spawns as well.
Yeah, holding the spawns, but as I say that, look at number 4, he's going on a route. That's going to be Groovy. Can Groovy stay alive and be very influential for his team? I believe he spotted one. The time going the way of Nola Flight. They do have these spawns still. Let's see if Nola Flight can find this player in the back. Groovy just trying to be a nuisance for his team. He needs to stay alive. His teammates are getting hit towards the P1. He's able to find one. Shots down. Can he get the second? He's just trying to stay alive. He's getting pinched. His teammate. The Nola Flights does spawn close. Prof, can he find this guy in the hill? Some shots go down. Opens the door. Able to find him. And that's going to be the break here now. Nola Flight going to be setting up.
Nola Flight going to set up. So far, so good on the rotation and on the hill. Take a look at the backside, though. Here's Rails trying to find his way on through. Good shots into one. Takes him down. Not the second, though, when Nola Flight, they look to hold on to that hill, but it's not going to be a successful one. 3 kills come through. Gold in the kill feed, and that is Validity with the break, with the time, with the good hold.
Yeah, with the good hold, indeed. Now you got to start worrying about these P3 rotations. Clo gets taken down towards that P5 area. There's 19 seconds. Some good time for Validity. A great start here against our number 1 team, but you've got to kill these players towards this P1. That's a good start. Groovy trying to get pushed up towards this P1. Shots down. He's getting shot in the back. Can he find him? Turns and burns. Nice shots on the Clo. And just like that, I mean, Validity, this could be a great rotation. You flip the spawns, Epiphany.
Yeah, you flip the spawns, and I think at this point, number 7 through the backside could be the one to really cause some trouble. There's Nola all spawning up now towards the back. Validity on the hill, of course, but Nola, of course, as well, knocking on the front door as Gobla lurks towards the bottom side right now with good shots in. It's going to be Nola Flight continuing to try to get the kills to come through. Aiden able to find one to top off the big 3, and that's going to be time back in the favor of Nola Flight. Get some time going here for maybe the last 30 seconds or so, and you're going to be in a good spot heading in over towards P4.
Yeah, but actually Validity gets these back spawns. Groovy with finds 2-piece. That's a huge kill right there, but another player here, Prof, he has something to say about it. Getting this 20 seconds, this would be an important 20 seconds. Nola Flight ready to get it, but he does fall. But you look at Nola Flight, they're getting pushed out. They're getting these new rotations, some nice shots from Skater. He's going to be very influential over here, holding this P1 area. Able to take one down. Shoxy finds 2 himself, and only player on rotation, really, is going to be Aiden. Number 2 spawns close. That's Clo. He's going to be very important. He takes one down. Can he find the second? Clo needs to stay alive and wait for his teammates, Epiphany.
Yep, and right now, I mean, Validity, it's all about figuring out how to get the kills, how to get the rotation locked in. It looks like you're trying to do just that, and you do just that, but number 7 towards the backside, trying to cause you some trouble. The Pest is taken care of, and Nola Flight, they continue to lurk, they continue to spawn up somehow, but Groovy, good shots in, are going to make it so that you're able to clear the house out. 4 down, including one of your own teammates, but number 8 continues the battle on the hill right now. Nola Flight holding time is Skater. And that is going to be a continuous good hold here on Hydro, but Validity, they break in for the last 20, but rotation looking to be in for Nola.
Yeah, rotation is going to be very influential towards this P5 area. You have number 5 already sitting up. That's Prof. He has the support of Skater over there. But Validity getting the rest of the scrap. You have one that spawned out. That's going to be 6. That's going to be Shoxy. He does get taken down, and I mean, this is great stuff out of Validity. They find this guy towards the hill, and look how... Actually, as I say that, they spawn right in the back, Epiphany.
Yeah, and now Gobla right now, just good time on the hill. It's Nola Flight in the backside, but having trouble breaking in towards the hill as time continues to tick in the favor of Validity here. About a solid 45 left. Nola Flight trying to organize for the break as Braves go down in the kill feed. Maybe towards the backside, they're able to find one. Not quite. Taken care of, disposed of. As Shoxy towards the top side as well is going to drop Validity a solid 3 gold in the feed and solid gold time ticking their direction, letting the points run wild in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great start out of Validity, a 60-point lead. Let's see if Aiden has anything to say about this hill. Can't really jump in. He's able to find one. Can he find the second? Just trying to stay alive, evade for his teammates. But I mean, this is such a great map out of Validity so far. You're up around 70 points, but you look at Nola Flight, they have the rotations. I mean, you look at Rails and Groovy, 16-9 and 17-8, having a phenomenal series. Aiden starting to heat up a little bit on a 4 streak. These streaks would be very influential, but nonetheless, Nola Flight getting set up for the P1.
Nola Flight set up for the P1, set up to try to get back into this one as 122-63 is the current scoreline. Good time ticking purple right now in the favor of Nola Flight as it's all going to be all about that rotation here soon to lock on in, and number 6 towards the backside continues to spawn up here. Validity, it's going to be all about retaking those spawns, but I mean, right now, continuous, good time for them. They can try to get some of the scrap time left on the 34, and top Gobla. Good shots, going to make it a little bit easier to try to push things out towards new. Maybe a little bit of swim is what he's contemplating here. Not quite going to take the dip just yet. Not quite going to go for the dive, but nonetheless, Nola Flight still looking to keep the rotation, but only by a hair. Number 5, that's Prof towards the backside, looking to stay alive. Rails knows he's here. He drops, and well, Groovy as well going to spawn up, and the rest of Validity, it's going to be Prof hitting the dirt, hitting the dust real quick, and Validity locking down the spawns.
Yeah, they actually flipped them towards halfway through that halfway point of the P1. Chloe locking down this rock. I mean, this is a great flip and a great setup now for the side of Validity. It's going to be interesting to see if they decide to push one out, but you look at number 2 holding this cross. Chloe, he's killing everything that moves across that hill. Rails shots down. Shots aren't good enough. He's backed up. He's tagged up. Groovy has this cross. Like I said, Gobla with a nice nade himself. Gobla finds 2 in the feed. Last guy here is Aiden. Gobla finds 4. Sorry, excuse me, he only finds 3. Got a little ahead of myself, but nonetheless, I mean, that's a great hold so far. I mean, this is about a 100-point lead at this point.
Yeah, this is where it starts to run away from you, where the scoreline starts to increase to that margin that is difficult to retain, and well, this is where maybe some of those middle of the map kills are going to become so big for Validity to lock down another good rotation. Nola Flight with the spawns right now, keeping things at bay. The majority of time going in the favor of Validity. So far, so good on the P2 hill. Now all about that rotation over towards new. P3, I mean, Nola Flight looking strong on the setup here, Salty.
Yeah, looking strong indeed. You have that number 8 player push out Skater. He's going to be very influential, but nonetheless, I mean, Groovy just running in circles back here. Shoxy finds him, says hello, takes him down, but Rails just trying to wait for his teammate. You can see the pitch being set up. Look at number 3, Gobla. Can he find anything towards the flank? Rails does get taken down, trying to go for this point. That's 3 down. That's a great start here for Nola Flight if they want to get the comeback. Groovy finds one towards the front. That's going to be a big cornerstone of getting towards this front of the hill. Groovy able to find a second. Now he's going to wait for his teammates to support him.
All about the support right now is Nola Flight looking to support their scoreline, maybe with just a few extra points. As Groovy, good shots, not enough to break on in, but Nola Flight so far a good time. Maybe on some of the scrap Validity, they do get in towards that 200-point mark, and you have that 100-point lead. This is where it gets real risky for Nola Flight, heading in over towards the next one. If number 5 lurks towards the backside, that's going to be Prof, and the rest of Validity looking to make the march on forward, but right now anchoring things down is going to be Prof. Looking good on the rotation for Nola Flight, as big P2 here would be massive for their scoreline.
Yeah, a big P4 indeed. Shoxy, he's going to be in the hill. I mean, Nola Flight doing a great job of bringing this back. What a map one this could be to pull out. Shoxy gets a little overzealous, gets taken down. Rail is just in this our position. This is what I was talking about, getting your ARs in those positions close towards the back. He gets taken down by Aiden. Aiden trophies out. I mean, you still have two players here. If you're the side of Validity, they passed the double century mark. I mean, the kill is going towards Validity so far, but nonetheless, I mean, the time is still going towards Nola Flight.
Yeah, P4 looking good for Nola Flight. I mean, it's still not quite enough to really to get back in that good ballpark, but maybe it's at least enough to have a shot at it if you're able to get another good rotation, string some hills together, lock some things down. But Validity right now covering that side of the map over towards New, but you're now at that 152 or so point. If you're Nola Flight, you still got to worry about another 50 to get to that 200 mark, as this is where it's going to be very essential to break things open, and maybe number 6 and 7 are going to do it as they spawn up in the backside. But if you're not winning the gunfights towards the front, it's not looking opportunistic to win them on the hill. We'll see how things go. Nola Flight, a big 2 comes through as Validity right now. It's good time. Nola Flight as well, though they break back on in. They keep swinging things. Gobbler goes big. It's a big 3 in the gold. And, well, Validity right now, they're going to stay on the hill. They're going to keep the time going, and they're going to inch closer and closer to a successful map 1.
Yeah, I mean, 30 points now for the win. Make it 25. Gobbler gets taken off these streaks. Shoxy, the only guy for Nola Flight around here. Chloe takes down Chloe. Can he find another? Shoxy flying down, cannot find Rails, but his teammates are there for the trade. Groovy, you gotta stay alive. He hits the 30 mark. Can he get 31? He can. He absolutely can. Validity is having right now here on map 1. They flip the spawns to Epiphany. I mean, this could be it. You need 14 seconds for the win, and you have P1 spawns.
Yeah, now you have P1 spawns. I mean, this is where Nola Flight, you try to do anything you can, but Validity, they are here. They're set up, they're ready to go. A full 60 to work with. And Nola Flight, they're not even near touching the hill. They're just knocking on the front door, but not able to find their way to barge in as continuous kills come through. No routes to succeed. Validity, map number 1.
I mean, what a win out of Validity from start to finish. I mean, just pure dominance on the rotational gunfights. I mean, there you could just see their teamwork just very much better on this map compared to Nola Flight. I mean, look at Groovy, 32 and 18, 3,200 damage, locking it down for his team. That's what you really need if you're an AR. I mean, just having your sub being an absolute nuisance on the map. You have Rails going 26 and 15, Gobbler 26 and 21, Chloe with a still game, but I mean, nonetheless, that's a phenomenal win out of Validity.
Yeah, a phenomenal win for sure. I think that Validity in general have just done a wonderful job to take that map off of our top seed team in this series. But as we said, that was a scrim map that they did win, and well, I have a feeling that maybe the rest of them didn't go that same way. We'll see how things go, but Nola Flight, I think they're looking to take this one by the map 4.
Yeah, by the map 4 indeed. But looking at our maps and modes now, you have Validity taking that map number 1, but we head to hotel, we head to a little vacation. We go back to a silo if needed. Then if we have to go, we will go the distance towards that map 4 in Embassy, and then conclude the series and conclude the night here on day 1. We have Fortress Search.
Yeah, we'll see how things go here. Just loading in towards the second one now. I think when we look at the map set, at the way things have gone here, I think overall that this could be a competitive one. We'll have to see how Hotel goes, but nonetheless, always a dynamic search and destroy, and I think that it's definitely going to be a fiery one. But I mean, look again at our featured player, Shoxy, 76 in the search and destroy. I'm confident in him going into this mode.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's got to be the catalyst for his team. I feel like he needs to have one of those S-tier games in order to bring his team back into this series and tie it up 1-1 heading into the control. But getting the players situated in the lobby, Epiphany, what are you really looking forward to in this map number 2?
You know, I think what I'm looking forward to is Shoxy making big plays that he needs to. I think that's what it is. I think I want to see him do exactly what should be done on the map, because overall I think that that's what Nola Flight needs. They need that cohesion, they need that synonymous playstyle to happen, and overall I think that it's going to be a tall task if you're not able to work together, get things to turn on up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like possibly like getting those first bloods. I feel like are very, very influential here on Search and Destroy. I feel like if you're the offensive team going towards that A side, I feel like you need to get it towards that bed area because it's just such a big power position and it's so difficult for the defending team to get you out of there. But nonetheless, here we go. Map number 2. I mean, I have a feeling this series might be going the distance here, Epiphany.
Yeah, I think this one could go the distance too. On one hand, though, I also think that Nola Flight, maybe they got caught out on their worst map early on, and maybe it's just going to be smooth cruising, smooth sailing from here on out. Could be a nice 3-1 for them. We'll have to see as we get loaded in towards this Search and Destroy on Hotel. We'll see how things go, but nonetheless, I think Nola Flight, they have the potential to take this series in 3 in a row here, but we'll have to see. I mean, Validity, right? A good start. You want to crawl and then run and then sprint off of that momentum, but I think overall with that dominant kind of win, you're definitely feeling good going into the rest of this series.
Yeah, I feel like it's just such a confidence booster. I mean, I feel like you win that first map against a team like Nola Flight, like I said, the best in this league that we have to offer. Sitting at that 4-0 mark, trying to make it 5-0, trying to be perfect, but Validity, let's see if they have something to say about it. I mean, a strong start. They win their best map. That Nola Flight, they gets their egos a little punished. But we slow down the pace a lot here on this Hotel.
I agree. I think Hotel overall is a place where you can slow things down, make things a little bit more tactical in some ways than Hydro. Maybe some of those spawns can be a bit dicey sometimes on that map, and so I look at that possibility as maybe a weak point for some teams when transferring over to some of those maps that might be a little bit more logical in the way that they're laid out. So we'll see how things go. But I think overall, I look at this team, this Nola Flight team, and I think they totally have the potential to do it. You've got players that are great at Search and Destroy, but now it's time to see how they perform.
Yeah, I mean, they've been so dominant. It looks like map 2 is going to be started. Greenberg, Search and Destroy. I mean, just really looking for Nola Flight to get back in the series. I mean, if Validity goes up 2-0, I mean, how big would that be? I mean, just the confidence. But like I said, I mean, I feel like the hardest game to close out is that closeout game, that map number 3. So if they were to go up 2-0, I feel like they'd have an even bigger task on map number 3.
Yeah, I think it would be a task for sure. Validity right now just trying to do anything they can to secure the momentum that they want as we get kicked off into the next one here. Nola Flight looking to find the answer back. Validity looking to go up 2-0 here in the series. Search and Destroy. Hotel, let's kick it off.
Kick it off. It looks like a B hit coming out of Validity early. Shoxy and company are here. They're ready for it. Shoxy, he hears one. He's here once again. He looks the right way. He spots his gun, stuns out from the side of Validity. He takes him down, and just like that, what looks so good for Nola Flight, a great setup. It's now a 3v1. Aiden, last guy up. Can he find one? He's able to find one. Makes it a 1v2. Rails and Groovy. Bomb goes down towards B. Aiden, he plays right. He can find one, but no, he cannot. He gets back down. 38 seconds to work with, Epiphany.
30 seconds to work with. Let's see what Aiden decides to do, looking to wrap things around, being sneaky towards the left side. Let's see if he's able to barge his way in, maybe to spot something. Back on down, good shots in, maybe the kill, not quite. Gonna drop and pay for that gunfight. That's going to be Validity up 1-0.
Yeah, Validity up 1-0. I just feel like Nola Flight, the setup is just so great. Unfortunate gunfight from Gravy. I mean, I feel like if he kills that person, maybe he gets 2 there. Makes it a lot easier on his squadron, but nonetheless, a 1-0 start here for Validity. I mean, phenomenal stuff out of them. I mean, who would have thunk a 1-3 team taking our number 1 team the distance here so far? Really testing them early on. But nonetheless, Nola Flight going to be on this offense. It looks like they're going to try the same strat that Validity did. I don't think anybody's here. I don't think there's not a soul over here for Validity. If Nola Flight goes quick, they can get this bomb down quickly, but I think Validity has sniffed it out. They're starting to rotate towards this A site. Big gunfight towards Connector. Groovy finds one, but does get traded out. Or, sorry, there is a trade. Aiden gets taken down, but, I mean, Nola Flight, they're taking their sweet time, but Validity, they're setting up the pinch here.
Validity setting up the pinch right now as this has quickly become a 3 versus 2. Nola Flight with the man advantage as they look to lock down this site, but Chloe right now towards the backside as well is trying to break this one wide open. Watch out though towards the top side. You're going to get punished. There you go from the top side, whoosh through the air, Nola Flight, they get the kills, they clean house, they tie it up 1-1.
I mean, Shoxy looking like prime MJ in the All-Star game, able to find the kill. I mean, first blood goes away, Validity, but a nice response. I almost feel like Nola Flight kind of took a little too much time getting towards that B side, right? I mean, I feel like you don't spawn anything. I feel like if you're going towards that B side, I feel like you have to play quick because those players are really focused on A because A is just such a difficult bomb site to get. But back on offense goes Validity. Groovy going to be picking up that bomb. Looks like they're going to go for an A hit here. Groovy is going to get nice and aggressive. Stuns out, nades out, trophies out, all the 9 yards. Shoxy finds first blood. Rail's able to find one himself, but just like that, the snap of a finger closed at a 1v3s all by his lonesome.
All by his lonesome now, 1 versus 3, as you said, and well, stuck on an island. Farewell, au revoir, see you later. It's going to be the round going in the favor of Nola Flight to go up 2-1 here. Search and destroy, commandeered now. And possibly the series, if they're able to take this one and then get that next one locked in, that momentum could be massive. Yeah, but let's not speak too far ahead. Let's look at what is at hand. But right now, I think it's all up to Nola Flight to continue this. It's all up to players like Shoxy to continue to go wild.
Yeah, like we said, like we pointed out, that's 76 in Search and Destroy, proving very, very effective here, 4-1. By the way, Epiphany, I didn't know that you spoke a little bit of French, but nonetheless, here we go. We're literally going to be looking towards this mid-map. Chloe going to be very influential here. They have the A-site, they have the crossbow. Look at number 8. I mean, Shoxy could be the catalyst. Skater with a nice snipe on the Chloe. Shots down. Skater goes into action. He's able to find one. A stun kills somebody. It's just like that. As I say that, it's a 2v2 now. And what looks so good with the pinch looks so good for Nola Flight. And I mean, Validity, I feel like the story of this match so far is their adaptation towards Nola Flight. But Aiden, can he catch one out? I mean, Top Glaba, he's just being a nuisance down here. You have Rails going all the way around looking for anything and everything. Glaba gets taken down. Rails, last guy up. He has to go quick. You have to go. You have 25 seconds to work with. Rails hops on the heady. Can he find one? He might have got bad timing. I don't think he sees the guy in the luggage. He can't find anything. Looks like he's going to hop it. He hops the bomb, but ultimately, Nola Flight will check it, and that's going to be 3-1. I thought a Ninja Fuse was going to come in, but as soon as he hopped it, you saw that Nola Flight player, you saw Prof just hop up and say, peekaboo, I'm right here, takes him down.
Yeah, nice little cruddy spot right there, able to find the big peek, the big kill, and well, that's going to be a clean bomb site. Perfect timing comes out there for Prof, and again, Nola Flight getting blessed up right now, 3-1 up. So far, so good. We'll see what they decide to do moving forward now. It's all about the continuation of this power, of this strength. As Groovy, bomb in hand, we'll see if he's able to do anything with it over towards that A side. A little bit of a split going on. Number 3 going to catch out possibly a route back by Nola Flight, but attention over towards that A site. Kills coming through for the side of Nola Flight. Yeah, that kind of rhymes. That's nice. But nonetheless, Couches right now. Aiden here laying down the shots. No kills, though. As we result in a 3 versus 3, things going to come to more action here soon. Both teams about to find each other out, and well, Rails maybe is able to find a big kill towards the top side, but Nola Flight just absolutely gunned down Validity. Welcome to the firing squad.
Yeah, welcome to the firing squad. A clean round out of Nola Flight. I believe they're just waiting for their dead silences to pop. But nonetheless, a 4-1 lead. I feel like Validity... I guess you can die from that. Aiden just suffocated. He gets his head taken off.
Word.
But nevertheless, Drop gonna hop this bomb. Nola Flight gonna go 4-1. I just feel like Validity is just playing with kind of like there's no teamwork. A little bit of teabagging. You saw that, Epiphany, at the end of the round?
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I just feel like Validity in the Search and Destroy, they almost look a little lost. I feel it, right? I feel like their trading isn't effective. I feel like they're starting to get first blooded, almost like Nola Flight is taking that momentum towards their side.
Yeah, Nola Flight. I mean, we keep mentioning this word momentum, but I think skill is another component too. I think Nola Flight, they know their way around Search and Destroy. They know what they're doing. They know the strategy. Whoa. But as I say, that top gobbler gonna gobble you up. That's 3. And Validity, well, that is one way to close out a round and literally make me gobble my words up. But nonetheless, amazing stuff out of Validity.
You're an absolute clown when it comes to this stuff. I mean, it's some great word usage out of you. But I mean, I feel like just, on a more serious note here, I feel like a great response round out of Validity. I feel like if you let this game go 1-5, I mean, it's just such a difficult task to overcome that lead. But back on offense, where they've seen very little success, because I mean, like I said, Nola Flight just getting those first bloods that are so influential. You look at Prof 6-2 having himself a great game. Getting to the other side, you have Rose hitting it about even. But Bomb's going down quick, I believe. Yep, Groovy is planting this bomb very quickly. Gobla, can he find the sniper? Actually, Skater takes one down, but the trade's there. What else can Gobla find up here? He hears one shooting, but Prof actually just flies out like Jordan, able to find it, and just like that, a 3v1. I don't think they know where Gobla is. I think they do have a general idea. Gobla able to find one. Ooh. Can he get out with his life? 30 seconds to work with. I mean, he needs one kill. If he kills this guy off the bomb, it's going to be looking very good, but they're on it. You got to check it. You have to check the bomb. You have to check the bomb. They line up. You kill them. You get them both. And just like that, Validity, a 1v3 clutch.
I don't know how that happens. You just, literally fumbled the ball in 2 different rounds if you're Nola Flight, and Top Gobla's the one to do it to you. That is one way to not set up a bomb site. So I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like overall there was just some errors there from Nola Flight, right, Salty? Maybe not watching things, maybe clumping up in a ball over towards the bomb instead of spreading on out, and it is just an unfortunate timing maybe as well there for Nola Flight, but nonetheless looking to keep this one moving in their direction as they move into the next round here. 4-3 up still. That's a good scoreline to look at. Prof right now with the bomb in hand, though, moving over towards that A site as well as getting that bomb down. Validity looking to find a way to squeeze themselves through the backside, but Skater just going to blick you in the forehead if you try to give it a try. And, well, that's going to be Nola Flight right now with the control of the site, but Validity looking to drop the avalanche right on top of it, find a way to overtake it.
He's playing so smart. I mean, some nice wall bangs out of Prof. He finds one with the nade. Rails, you can see the glint. Nice shot onto Prof. He's able to find him. But 1v2, 13 seconds to work with. Surely this is a round for Nola Flight. He has to get 2 kills in quick succession. It won't happen. Nola Flight goes up 5-3. I mean, hey, we've seen a couple 5-3 chokes. It is the 5-3 curse after all, but I have a good feeling that Nola Flight will close this one out 6-3.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, skill difference earlier. I think the Search and Destroy is literally just better for them. And overall, we talked about this. They lost that scrim, or Validity lost that scrim, and Nola Flight, they did a great job at every other map except for Hydra, which was the first one in the series, which they did let in, so I guess they just wanted an extra map to practice, but whatever. It's going to be Nola Flight now. 5-3, looking to win this one here on that defensive side as Validity. Good nades out. We'll see if that's going to result in anything. Rails absolutely trying to find a player through the wall. Gobla as well on the route, and that is going to be a lid on top of it. Alrighty, Validity. They know how to stay alive. They know how to close things out when they need to.
I mean, look at Chloe here towards the middle of the map. He finds one, able to find the second. I mean, that round was over before I could even blink, even get a sip of water in. I mean, a great round out of Validity, and now they have defense. I mean, you got to start worrying now if you're Nola Flight, but like you said, I feel like the skill difference here, you've got to be confident in your skills. I mean, you just can't let Validity get in your head, I guess. I mean, Gobla, pretty much the main reason of why Validity's even still in this game. But nonetheless, Nola Flight going to be taking this bomb towards A, but look at the split. Number 8, can he catch it out? Shoxy, you have to catch one here. I think he hears the players. I think they know he's there. Rails flies through the middle map, gets taken down by Aiden. That's huge first blood, and it could be dominoes. Aiden finds 2. That could be the dominoes starting to fall if you're Validity. This could be the series. Last guy up is Groovy, 1v3. You need to pull off a miracle. He goes down, and just like that, Nola Flight has tied up our series.
Yep, Aiden living in their heads rent-free, and well, right now, Nola Flight, they're going to be buying that Search and Destroy here on Hotel. So far, so good. Skater, good shots at the end as well, and now we are 1-1, and I have a feeling that this trend is going to continue upwards in the favor of Nola Flight. Well, Validity, inversely, you're going to be doing not so good. We'll see how it goes, though. maybe it's going to be a Validity turn up here in the respawn. We'll see how things go, but nonetheless, Nola Flight looking good so far. We'll see how they do going into the control. Who knows, maybe it's a fumble, maybe it's a victory. We'll see how they do moving forward, but before we see how this LSCLO control goes, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Amateur World League. My name is Epiphany, and I'm joined by my guy Salty, greeted to you with his stone cold stare, as you can see to my right. But nonetheless, we have an update for you. Validity, they chalked it up real quick. I'm going to keep it $150 with you. They decided to dip. They lost a map and they got out of here real quick. So they're going to go play another tournament instead. So that's Nola Flight taking the 3-1 W. Unfortunately, no more entertainment for you guys. Maybe this is a bit entertaining still, but nonetheless, that's going to be GG's. Well done. Easy 3-1 by Nola Flight.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to give Nola Flight the top spot in the league heading into Major 1, the #1 overall seed. As you can see, 3-1. You saw Validity take map #1. Then after that map 2, they said, let's chalk it up and go play go play a tournament for $144 rather than play for Iraq. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing we can do. It's out of our control. But you know, I had fun tonight. You know, casting the first 2 matches with you was it was a pleasure. You know, as always.
As always, a pleasure. But hey, you know, there's only so much you can do about it. Like I said, but yeah, you know, a beautiful 3-0 in the control, and then a 250-0 in the hard point. So, gotta love it. I don't know, maybe a bit of stat padding for Nola Flight's gonna happen here, but whatever it is, that's gonna be it. GG's, well done, Nola Flight. Take the W. That is gonna be it for myself, Epiphany, Cass, and Salt season tonight. I'll see you guys next time around, but thank you guys for tuning in, and well, Gobla gonna try to go Gobla up another tournament win here tonight. We'll see how things go for him.